There's my bad light again. And the bad light again. Hey, you guys.
Everybody
Hi, Jeanette.
things you do.
How you doing?
From the way you talk
Playing music
to the way
for just a minute. Let's see if anybody else comes in. How are you this week?
everybody here is
Hi.
watching.
Have you heard this new Adele song, When We Were Young? Hello, honey. I love this new Adele song. A little bird, yeah, busy. A little bird told me that I have an Adele CD coming. I hope it gets here tomorrow. I can't wait to hear all the music. You know, since she, when she had her baby, I had this thought that like I'd be really curious when she came back with new music. Would it all be breakup music still, or would she have something else, you know, to say or whatever? Thank you, honey. That's my husband. So anyways, the first song that we heard, yeah, I have two. I mean, her voice is so great. So, I mean, you know, she could sing about breakups all she wants, but I'm excited. I love this When We Were Young song, and I can't wait to hear the whole CD. I think it's going to be great. So, very, very excited. So, I hate to turn it off. It's so good. Gosh, such a talent. She's incredible. All right, Adele, more later. Well, hey, I'm Erica Johns from, oh my gosh, this light, from enrichmentstudies.com. And I've been getting in the, I'm going to have to work, I don't know how you all get good lighting wherever you do your stuff. I obviously am not blessed with whatever that is. I've been getting in the habit of trying to every weekend send a like a personal email to my businesses at enrichmentstudies.com and menuplanningscentral.com, just to tell about like my week. I call it 5 things, interesting things, whatever. And you know, I thought I was going to get it done yesterday, and I didn't. And I didn't get it done today either. You know, I have all the stuff going on in my life that other people have going on in theirs, and sometimes that means I cannot also write a newsletter. So the lighting's not bad on your phone. Well, that's good. Of course, you're biased. You always think I look good, no matter what the lighting is. So I'm lucky. But so anyways, I decided this week, I think that I will just like do like a show and tell on Periscope, because really one of my 5 things that I wanted to tell about was that I've fallen in love with Periscope. So if you don't know, well, right now you're watching live, and for replay viewers who are probably watching on Katch.me/enrichmenthome, if you have a smartphone, you can download the Periscope app, and then you can watch live broadcasts. You can also do live broadcasts and have people watch you, and people talk about all sorts of things. There's people that show you're addicted to it. Yeah, I did a couple early on that were not planned or anything, and it was fine, but I didn't really love it, and I felt like it was kind of hard. And then I watched some more that I thought were so good, including yours, Jeanette, and Julie from Brave Writer, and Amy Weiler, and a bunch of other people, and so I decided to try again. And so I did one the other day, and I thought, you know, this is really fun, and I've always wanted to do more personal blogging or whatever, and I'm homeschooling 4 kids. I'm running 2 businesses. We have a family. We have 6 kids and a granddaughter, and you know, parents that we love and things that we're trying to do and stuff. And it's just not possible to do everything. But I thought, you know, I seem to never have trouble talking. So we'll see how this goes. So this week I thought I would just tell about my 5 things this way. So Periscope, for you guys that aren't onto it yet, you should check it out. You can, if you aren't into it, yes, it's easier to talk than type, but I always second guess myself when I'm typing, and I guess that might be a good thing. I might regret just letting it rip, but so far so good. So Periscope, I'll tell more about it in the newsletter. Obviously, if you're watching me, you already know. So first thing I want to show you is I'm loving this Thanksgiving art. This is my favorite one. At enrichmentstudies.com, we've got what I call fine art pages. It's printable art with a little bit of information about the piece, the title, who made it, when they made it, what the medium is that they used, where, so just some information, a little bit of information about it. And the idea is that you can put these up around your home. Really, the best place to put it, next to the potty, next to where the kids brush their teeth, okay? You don't have to teach this. This, to me, is the easiest way to do art appreciation. You put up something beautiful or interesting, and then you just get on with your life. Because you know what? They're going to look, they're going to notice, they're going to talk about it, they're going to appreciate it, they're going to get a lot out of it. And it can just become a natural part of your family life. And so this is my favorite from our Thanksgiving collection. I actually right now have a bundle pack where you can get the Thanksgiving, Christmas, and we've got winter, and then the Currier and Ives winter packs, and you can get all of them for less than half price. It's like $9 or something at enrichmentstudies.com. So it's like a great deal. You get a ton of art, and it'll keep you like all the way from now till spring, that you'll have something that goes with the time of year if you're in North America. So I love this one, Carving the Pumpkin. It's such a big, beautiful pumpkin, and I just love the scene of this woman in her home. So that was one thing that I thought I would show you today. Really, I love it so much. So my other thing I was going to tell you is I love the way that our family does Thanksgiving. We're about to have the second year in a row of what I think is like the easiest Thanksgiving in the world. We used to do the thing where, somebody hosted. The past many years, it's been my mother-in-law. My in-laws love to do it, and they did a great job, but it's so much work. And through different, as life goes on and people get older and situations change or whatever, it's not always very nice for one person to bear the whole burden for Thanksgiving for a large group. And so I came up with this idea last year, and it went so well, and so I thought I would tell you about it. Basically, I figured out all the families that were involved. So like in our case, we got my in-laws, my family, my husband's sister and her family, and then my adult son and his family. Oh, and then my mom and stepfather also were coming. And so that's 5 different families. And so I thought, why don't we just assign everybody this stuff? So like my in-laws have the best house for everybody to gather, the best space for the amount of people, which like this year we will have 17 or 18 people at our celebration. So the host home is in charge of the turkey because, it's easier to just make the turkey on site. And they do like the table decorations and whatever, and gravy. And that's all they have to do. And then like me and my family, we do a sliced ham with glaze. It's in a crock pot. We start that at home, and then we just take it over whenever we go. And we did the stuffing that you can, it's not really stuffing, it's just dressing. And you can make it like in 5 minutes at their house. And what's the other thing? Oh, like a veggie tray we're doing this year. And so that's that. My mom and stepfather, they're in charge of desserts, so they're bringing all the pies and things like that. My son and his family, they're bringing a veggie casserole. My sister-in-law and her family, they're doing the mashed potatoes and rolls and cranberry sauce. Trying to think, I've probably left out some stuff. Oh, we're also doing another vegetable. We're going to make asparagus. My 12-year-old son has become quite the chef, and so he is going to dazzle us all. Hey, Crafty Carol! So he's going to dazzle us all with his awesome, amazing roast asparagus that he's been making at home, and we're all like asparagus fiends now, which was never the case before. So anyways, we are doing our dinner at 6 o'clock in the evening. And I feel like this works out so great. Nobody's getting up before the crack of dawn to put in a turkey. Everybody gets up at normal time and has minimal work to do. My in-laws can just get up. Like my mother-in-law said last year, it was so nice. They had the turkey going and they had time to like go for a walk and enjoy their day before everybody showed up. And yeah, it was great. So so we have, you know, the total Thanksgiving experience, but there was no burden on any one person. And so I'm excited. My husband and I went and got the stuff that we needed for tonight. You know, I get a pre-cooked ham that's sliced. I do a really easy glaze. It's like brown sugar and mustard, and I don't know. I can put the recipe on at the enrichment study. No, at menuplanningscentral.com/blog. I'll share that. I better make a note of that. Ham glaze. Yeah, it's like super easy. You put that in and let it heat for the day. Boom. You know, make the stuffing in 5 minutes when you get there. Boom. The asparagus will take 20 minutes to roast. And, you know, that's like the asparagus. You clean it, put it in a 9x13 pan, drizzle it with olive oil, and sprinkle it with sea salt and black pepper. 425 for 20 minutes. It is glorious. So, you know, it's perfect. And then the other thing, which I'm excited about, my family is, I don't know if they're really excited about it, but I'm trying to build something here. So I decided to start this thing last year. I proposed this thing called Family Showcase that we would have at Thanksgiving. And the idea is that, like, you know, while we do live relatively near each other, not everybody knows about your accomplishments or the things that the kids did at school, or the artwork that somebody made, or a poem that someone wrote, or whatever. And so I invited people to participate in the Family Showcase. And so it's sort of a two-part thing. One part is, if you have, like, my daughter is an amazing artist. My niece is also an amazing artist. So, like, some people brought art, and we just had, like, a place where they could display it. Some people brought photo books of, like, you know, a trip that they took, or something. Last year my sons had written some poems that were beautiful. And so I just, like, printed them on nice paper and laid them out so people could just enjoy them. So you could do all sorts of stuff with that. I think actually one of my boys created some sort of a Lego scene that was something historic. And so, you know, that was his thing that he brought. So we just had all these cool different things set up that people could look at for the Family Showcase. And then after dinner, we actually had a time where also, if people wanted to tell about, like, kind of show and tell about it or whatever, they could have, like, up to 3 minutes to tell their thing. So some people just said, you know, yes, I brought my art, or, you know, like, my daughter had done some art that she had won a prize for or whatever. And but then we had other things, like we had live music. My sister-in-law, my oldest son, did a musical number together that was really neat. My brother-in-law, he had written a beautiful, beautiful poem that he shared with us. My husband is a hunter, and he had been turkey hunting, and he has made these beautiful displays. Honey, if you're still on, you'll have to tell me what the right word is for it. But it's like all the turkey feathers, like, fanned out, and there's, like, a wooden thing that it, like, goes around, and then sometimes he also has, like, the spurs and whatever. I don't really love to look at the, like, creepy spur parts, but it's, like, it's a neat thing, and he learned to do this, and, like, they're really cool. So, like, he brought those and told about that. You know, somebody was building a project, and a tail fan display. Thank you. My oldest son had a project of something that he was building, and so he brought us and showed us, like, how far he'd come on this and whatever. So all sorts of different things, but I thought it was really neat. And I feel like, especially, like, our kids are homeschooled, and I guess it really doesn't even matter. It wouldn't matter where they were schooled, but just that you're not always aware of the cool stuff people do, and it's not like people just show up and say, like, hey, do you want to read my poem? So I thought that it was kind of nice to have an opportunity where we could say, hey, please bring your cool creative stuff that you did, or, you know, tell us about what's been going on this year that we might not know about. So so we're doing it again this year. So we'll see. I'll have to tell you, we're actually having our Thanksgiving a little bit early, a couple days early, so I'll be able to tell you how it went. But I'm excited about it. I actually got prizes. Everybody who participates, hello, in the Family Showcase is going to get a prize. So I'm trying to bribe them, because I feel like it's now we have a granddaughter that's 1.5, and I feel like as the years go by and we have more grandchildren, and there's more cousins coming, and, you know, there's more, you know, expansion of our family, I just feel like it would be really cool to be able to have a time or two in the year when we do something that's like fun and interesting and share with each other about stuff. So maybe you will like trying out that idea at some point. It doesn't have to be at Thanksgiving. You can do it whenever. I also think it would be great to have a huge epic family talent show that was like tons of laughs, but I don't know if anybody will cooperate with that or not. So I just want to be entertained. I don't even know what I would do, but I would definitely laugh. So there's that. Okay, next thing, I want to tell you about this weird thing that just happened to us. So my husband and I and our 17-year-old son were just driving home from a neighboring town, and where we were was very rural, hilly roads and whatever, and not a lot of, like, you don't see a lot of lights. There's no like city lights or anything for a ways. And up in the sky, we saw this bright white light. My husband said there was some blue to it, and was like up in the sky, and then it just like dropped straight down and was gone. And you still think it's a drone? Maybe it was a drone. Hello. I don't know what it was, but it was like, we were like every documentary of people that just saw a UFO that you have ever seen or heard of. We were all like, whoa, what was that? That was so weird. Did you see that? What could that have been? What could that have been? You know, how far, where was, oh my goodness. So we were just like, all like, what did we just see? We have no idea. But like any other lights that we could see that were like street lights or business lights or whatever, they're all like yellowish orange, you know, and this was just like a pure white light. And it was just so strange because it didn't just stay fixed. The fact that it went down and very rapidly, it was strange. So that's our little mystery for the night. So you'll have to tell me, what do you think that it is that we saw? But so, it was kind of fun and weird. Really? What was it? My husband thinks maybe a drone, but I don't know. Why would a drone be out in the dark? Like over a bunch of, I don't know. I mean, I guess it would, but we're not, I don't think we're really like in the kind of area where there's a lot of people with drones. What? Do just ordinary people have drones now? Like, I don't know. I have no idea, but that's that. Okay, something much more practical and cute. I love towels that are like, it's like the dish towel thing with a little pot holder with a button. Do you have these? Yes, we do have people with drones around here. Okay. These sorts of towels are my favorite. You can just hook them. I guess I probably got into this when my kids were little because, you know, like little kids can't handle like any towel that like you just like feed through the handle of something, right? Because they just pull it and then it's on the floor all the time. Hello. So I got into these sorts of towels. I don't know. There's probably some sort of name. Pot holder towel? I don't know. Maybe some of you know like what this is called. But anyways, a lot of mine were getting really ratty, and like some of them, like the buttons kind of falling off. Some of them the button has fallen off, and I don't know why I don't just throw them away. I guess I just, so anyways, I went to a craft fair yesterday, and it was like I was on a mission to find new towels, and so I got all these cute little wintry and Christmassy ones. Look at the little owl. These are only $4 a piece. Isn't this happy? I love it. And this one, all is merry and bright. Now I have to laugh at myself because I also got one that was a Thanksgiving one, and this will just tell you like how fast my life is moving and how out of touch with where I'm at in the month. Perhaps 20-year-olds towels were, yeah, yes, my husband's talking about, we have some towels that I got for our wedding, or like our bridal shower, and we've been married for 24 years. So yes, but we haven't had those since we got married. That's a newer thing, but yes, they are worn out. Now see, I lost my train of thought. What was I just saying? Oh, where I was in the month. So I'm looking at these towels and like trying to figure out, you know, which ones to get. And I actually got one that was a Thanksgiving towel. And in my mind, I'm thinking, I'll have a whole month to use that before Thanksgiving. Only tonight, when I was pulling these out of the dryer before I started on Periscope, I'm realizing, no, I don't even have a week before it's Thanksgiving. And then, of course, you know, we've been known to have Christmas wreaths up till spring, so we'll probably still use the Thanksgiving towel if that's the only clean one left. So who am I kidding? I like to say I may have low standards, but I have some. And so in this case, that's just more about the low standards. So as long as it's a towel and it's clean, I guess it doesn't matter if it has a Thanksgiving theme. But anyways, I got some Christmas ones. I will indeed have a month to use those. And some of those, like the snowman, I will use like through the winter, right? Because they're cute. So that was that thing. What else? I made myself a list so I keep straight. Oh, and here we go. We have final thing. We have to talk about superpowers. So the other day, my son that's 14, every now and then they ask, if you could have any superpower, what superpower would you want? And I have 5 sons and a daughter. And so over the years, I have learned how to participate in the superpower game because, you know, they want an answer because they actually think about this. This is, even when they're, you know, the boys I still have home are 12, 14, 15, and 17. And they, if you ask them what kind of power they would have, they could tell you because they have thought it through. But I'll tell you what, I think I impressed my sons because they asked me, Mom, if you could have any superpower, what superpower would you want? And I said, endless energy. Because first they were only offering me one. So I said, endless energy because, you know, like I like to say that if I never had to sleep, maybe I could get all my stuff done. Except I think that that's actually not true. I don't think I could even get it done if I didn't sleep. And so then I added on, if I could have a second superpower, I would choose to also have the time stretcher. Because then if I had the endless energy and I could stretch time, then I could get all my stuff done. So that's what I said. And so my 14-year-old's like, yeah, that's really good. And my 15-year-old's like, he had heard me from some other room and he comes in and he goes, so endless energy plus time stretcher. And so he's like, that is very interesting, Mom. And so then the more he talked about it, what he said to me was, you know, if you had that, you could defeat any other superpower. Because even if somebody had like, you know, really good strength or really good speed, if you never ran out of energy and you could stretch time, eventually you would wear them out and you would win. So he was like, boom, my mother just thought of the ultimate combination of superpowers. So, pow, how about that? Very impressive, I know. So, things to aspire to, correct? So, I am going to wrap up for today. I just want to tell you about, let's see, 2 things. One, at menuplanningscentral.com, we have a great sale going on where you can get a gift pack of lifetime memberships to our menu planning system. So if you're looking for a way for you to have great meals that are already planned for you with a shopping list that's already to print and go, you are going to love this. This will be perfect for like your sister-in-law, your mother-in-law, your daughter, your, you know, kid, son or daughter, like if they're, you know, out on their own, in their own home and they, you know, are, you know, just getting their feet wet with what to cook or whatever. It's great. So you can like, you know, keep one for yourself and give some as gifts or whatever. So that's at menuplanningscentral.com. At enrichmentstudies.com, like I mentioned before, we have the great little deal right now with our fine art pages. The Thanksgiving, Christmas, and 2 winter collections right now are on sale for more than 50% off. And we will be having a Black Friday sale that's coming up. And I'm not trying to be coy. I just have been so busy. I do not have it all figured out. I was actually hoping to probably have it ready to go on Tuesday. And I realized it's just not going to happen that I'm going to have that done that early. But I do hope to have it for you on Friday, and I always try to make it a good sale. So I think that it will be. So if you are interested in composer study, artist study, poets, art appreciation, and we have more. We've got presidents, scientists, inventors, etc. if you're interested in any of that kind of stuff, you would definitely want to go to enrichmentstudies.com and sign up for our Try It Free, and then you'll be on the newsletter list. You'll get a bunch of free stuff, and you won't miss our announcement of what's our great sale going to be. So thank you so much for coming, and I will see you next